I see increase all around me. Just for grateful, release me. Enlarge my territory. No limit, no boundaries. Shall I see all around me? Just for grateful, release me. Enlarge my territory. No limit, no boundaries. I see increase all around us. Release me. Enlarge my territory. Somebody shout increase. Increase. Say increase. Hello and welcome to Step Out Live. We are here. We are back. Thankfully, I'm so glad to be back to have all. Welcome to the ladies, to the Lady Butterflies. I so missed being here last week. But self-care is important. When your body is telling you to rest, you gotta rest. There's no trying to beat it because when your body's tired, is your body gonna let you know when you're tired. So take advantage of it. But yeah, so today, we do a little house cleaning. Sorry, my words. I'm gonna do a little house cleaning. Let me see. So let's see. Step out bingo card. So I'm on the second portion, right? Second portion of the step out bingo card. Let's see. So some of the things I've done just this week. Well, since the last time we met, I prayed. I'm always praying, right? I hope you are too. Always constantly staying prayed up, especially on this new, journey. So I'm definitely gonna mark that off. Let's see. Act of random kindness for someone else. I did. I'm not gonna share because I'm not that person. Um, I added a positive affirmation about myself. I did. So one of the things I'm definitely going to share. So, how I added a positive affirmation about myself. So I decided, through prayer, I decided to go ahead and embark up on this next phase in my life. When it comes to finishing out, getting fully licensed, right? And so I was stumped about, I guess a testimonial. We can give testimonials, right? I was really excited because I don't know why. Like when I first graduated, you're probably like, I'm so sick and tired of her talking about graduation. But I don't regret anything in my life. Everything is getting me to where I need to be. In Christ, in Yahweh, in Christ, in the world, in society, in my own life, everything is preparing me. Everything is setting me up for where I want to be. So I don't care if you don't want to hear about it, you could definitely tune out. But this is for some people that might be discouraged and still trying to figure out themselves. Because we talked about careers. We talked about careers last time. So when I said that I graduated, I said I was going to push everything back a year, just to kind of get myself together, get myself room to breathe, a little self-care, whatever the case may be. But and part of that was due to fear. So a lot of times we don't talk enough about fear. Fear in our lives, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of that you're not enough, fear that, you don't have it all together, fear. I have fears as a mom. I have fears as a wife. I have fears as a human being because we're all human. We're human being and we're going to have fears, right? So I feared that I was like, I'm not ready. That was one of my fears. One of my fears is I wasn't ready. Another fear was I wasn't ready. I didn't know anything. So it's like I didn't remember anything that I studied or what I went through all this school time for. Another fear that I had was that I wasn't going to be enough, right? We don't talk about this. This is a transparency platform. And I want everyone to be able to come forth and just talk about it, because what's the point of hiding it? If I hide it, how's it going to help somebody else? I want to be able to help everybody. It's okay to have fears. It's okay to feel like you're not ready for something. And I did not. I did not feel like I was ready for to take the test. I just didn't. So I was like, okay, you know what? I told my professors before I graduated. I even told my supervisor before I left her. I was like, I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna wait a year, probably to after March. Give me 6 months, 6 months to a year. That's what I said. And the father put it on my heart, and he was like, "Why are you waiting?" That's exactly how I love the way the father speaks to me. I don't know if anybody else gets that feeling, but I just love the way he talks to me. And he was like, "Why are you waiting? What is the reason why you're putting this aside?" And I'm transparent with y'all because I can be transparent with Yahweh. And I was like, if I'm honest, I'm scared. I don't think that I'm ready for this. And he was like, why don't you think? He was like, call out the fears. Like, what, name it. You know how they say for the blessings, the things that you want or things you desire, you name it and claim it. That's the same with your fears. If you keep them to yourself, if you just bottle it in, you will continue to bottle it in, you will continue to live in fear. But if you speak it out there, like let it known, then you're able to find other avenues to how you can get beyond that fear. So I've been call out, fear that I'm not going to be good enough, fear that I will not retain the information, fear that, it's a lot of money to take this test and then the study materials. And then it was a lot. And he was like, okay, all right, so let's work on it. How do you plan to work on it? I'm just like, give it 6 months to a year. I'm gonna wait. And he was like, no, you can't wait. He was like, because there are people that are out there that need to hear from you. There are people that are out there. And that's the same thing with step. Like this is all what Step Out is about, right? Stepping out of our comfort zone, stepping out into the unknown, stepping out into things that are not a part of our normal. Like we have to learn how to step out. I'm so serious. I'm being fully transparent. I did not know what I was going to say and what all this is going to transpire, but I love the way Yahweh works. He just gives you what's on your heart and he multiplies it. So that's where we're going. I just want to give him acknowledgement, give him all the glory, because this is none of this me. I still be kind of like, I don't want to tell people stuff. But yeah, anyway. So how do we expect to get beyond? He's like, how you expect to get to be able to help people if you're so like I was applying for jobs. I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply for jobs. Every job I was getting stopped because why? I needed that A and that L. I need that L in front of my MFT, and I needed that A or nothing behind the A. And then once I get on my hours, nothing behind it, right? So just LMFT. I had to get my license. And I was like, okay, so it's looking like, where I want to be, I can't end up. Now, mind you, I can do my own business. I can start my business in mental health counseling, but I have to go through some avenues. There are certain things you have to go through. And I was just like, okay, so it looks like the only way that I'll be able to work is I'm gonna have to bite this bullet and go ahead and take the test, which was my fear. I feared that I wouldn't be able to take the test. I mean, I didn't want to take the test. So the father was like, okay, what's your other fear? So that checked off that fear. You looking for work and that's checked off. You're able to do it. And I was like, well, I got to be able to pay for this test. I need to be able to pay for the study material and things like that. I told my sister-in-law is also in mental health as well. So I kind of like the way that we kind of like bounce things off each other, and we kind of like talk about things. And one of the things that she is for me, she is a big motivator for me. I appreciate her going the extra mile because it gave me that much encouragement to go the extra mile. She has her doctorate. I'm not doing all that. I'm tapping out to her, and I will fully support her in everything she has to do. But no, I'm done with my master. I'm stopping at masters, unless Yahweh tells me I need to go further. But yeah. So she was just like, hey, when are you gonna say? Like, I have already said in my mind I was gonna wait 6 months to a year to prolong the test because of my own fear. And she is my greatest challenger. So she challenged me. She was like, and she didn't even know she challenged me. So she probably go back and look at this like, oh, but yeah. So she was just like, she called me up randomly. She was like, when are you gonna take your test? And I was just like, I don't know. I didn't tell her that I was gonna wait a long time to take it, but she was just like giving me great advice and like certain avenues because she's a veteran as well. Um, and she'll just give me like great advice on like the avenues I can go to, to get everything, taken care of. Cause that was one of my fears, being able to pay all this money. Because it's like I knew like going through school, like school's already taken care of, but it's like all these other things after. And if I couldn't get a job to pay for this, who's gonna pay for this? For me to go that extra mile. So yeah, so she gave me the avenue and it worked out. So my test has been paid for. I go take it in January. Uh January 13th, like the day after my daughter's second birthday. So I'm excited about that. So please keep me in your prayers. I'm excited. I'm not as nervous, but it's like I'm prepared, right? So this is I'm going long winded, but this is all going to my positive affirmations. So then like the next step was that was checked. So that was one of my fears, being able to pay for it, check, that was checked off. So the next thing was, okay, I didn't feel like I was prepared. I was ready for it. So my husband, he's a great supporter as well. He was like, go ahead and do your study. Go ahead and purchase your study material. I'll take care of the rest. He's good that way. I need an awesome husband, y'all. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And it was actually the study technique that my sister-in-law told me about. So I went ahead and went with that avenue. And as soon as I sat down, like I did the introduction of the study guides and things, and like just trying to get down like my study schedule and things like that. And the father had me to notate, like I had to do sticky notes. And y'all know I'm a big fan of sticky notes. I love sticky notes. I'm gonna see, hold on. Let me see if I can get it because I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, off the hand. Let me see. And while I'm getting my assistant to bring me my folder, so I'll be able to let you know the affirmations that I had to put down for myself. But I was like, okay, so out of that fear, I was like, okay, I don't think that I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready to do this. And so the father literally had me, yeah, no, I'm a sticky note person. I love sticky notes and I stick stuff everywhere. Um, and inside my study folder, so I designated me a study folder. And in that study folder, I notated, I think it's like 4 stickies or I did 5 stickies. I don't remember. I notated 5 stickies. And the 5 stickies were the things that I had bad to say about myself, right? Um, not it wasn't bad, it was positive, but it was like solely trying to like speak into yourself, like, but if you're wait, I'm gonna wait till he bring it to me. Cause then I'll be able to get it. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, we go pause for a bit. Okay, but while we wait on that, so while we wait on that, but yeah, so I got the stickies down, and every time I open it up, of course I pray, and then I do my sticky notes based off to remind myself of, I can't remember if it's why I did or what I'm doing. I have to forgive my brain. But yeah, so I did that, and that's my study habit. So I study maybe like 3 times out the week, for like 2 hours. 2 hours only because I still have to set boundaries, right? I still yet have to be able to be a mom. I still yet have to be a wife. I still yet have to take care of my home, make sure I still take care of myself. And one of the things that in the study guide, it was something like make sure you go for walks like during studying. So it's like in your daily life, like you're always learning boundaries, like things to be able to set things in place. So yeah, but yeah, that's the thing I'm putting down. He probably won't see it till later. Let me see if I can get him to bring it. I don't like doing this, but we're gonna see. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited about taking the test. That was one of the things that I really was trying to put off. And I realized I don't need to put it off. I just need to put my faith in Yahweh and trust that He's gonna carry me the rest of the way. But yeah, that's my little testimonial on my little one of my things of added a positive affirmation by myself. But of course, I'm gonna add in four just to kind of keep me encouraged. Keep me encouraged in that aspect. So, as you know, as you see, it's the Let's Chat boundaries, right? We're gonna chat about it. So, also during this period, I was trying to figure out, like, you know what? I'm also gonna give y'all the schedule, right? Because y'all know next week we do not meet because on December the 2nd, it's the first Monday of the month. We do not meet on the first Mondays of the month and give us but you will get the new topic for December on that day. So on Monday, on the 2nd, you will get the new topic for the month of December. It's like, wow, November just went by. I don't know where it went, just left. But yeah, so we will do the spin wheel topic on first Mondays. On the second and third Mondays, we will have discussions. So we'll discuss the topic, of course. And then on the last Monday, the fourth Monday, we will have Step Out Network. But it's not gonna be like a network, it's gonna be like chat. So we're gonna chat about what we've been discussing the other 2 Mondays. So I invite you to tag in your friends, your girlfriends, your best friends, your whatever it is, and we go chat about whatever the topic is. At this point, I want to hear your ideas. I want to hear whatever you've been trying to process, whatever you've been trying to get through, whatever you've been trying to figure out. Even if it is advice, if you want to get advice, we can definitely do that. You can get other people's perspective, or if you don't want to be like totally on here open, you can text me, you can call me, you can send me an email, or you can send me a DM message via the Instagram link on the Instagram page. But yeah, I'm totally open and available for y'all to be able to reach out to me to get the help that y'all need, right? That we all need, not that you need, that we all need. We all are in this together. Because why? You are not alone. You are not alone. And I want y'all to remember that. Another thing, can you get my red folder? I text you, but you didn't respond. Another thing that we're going to start doing is we're going to start incorporating the step outreaches again, where we can all like get together outside of online world, internet world, because I would like to meet you all. I tried to do one, I think it was October or this month, but it wasn't a lot of feedback we were getting about it. So I had a get together plan. It's going to be like a little something that we all could do together. But I need y'all to really, really interact. So that way I'll know like who all interested when we do events, even if it's like last minute, right? We can still kind of do that. We can still get together, even if it's like to get together for prayer or get together for, thank you so much, get together for a little arts and crafts things. And I'm going to tell you why I mentioned arts and crafts things. So he finally brought my folder. And here's some of the things that I had just to kind of keep me encouraged. So this is take your time. This was one of the encouragements that I had to put on for myself. Take your time. Because as a mom, as a person, I don't know how many people are like this, but I always try to like get everything done and I miss information and I just want to be able to take the time out to just like chill and relax. Another positive affirmation that I did for myself, this is for the studying, is you got this. So these are things that I see in my folder every time I open up. You got this. Don't be discouraged. You got this. Hang in there. You're going to do it. You're going to get through it. The other one I put is don't be defeated. So I did 4. Don't be defeated. They say that this race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but those that can endure to the end. And I'm trying to endure to the end. So I'm go, go through it with a winning mindset. I know that I got this. I know that I'm going to pass. I just have to don't psych myself out, because when you psych yourself out, then it kind of messes up a lot of things that, you begin to manipulate your own stuff. Like, I'm not, and I be waiting another 6 months to a year to take my test. The last one I have is you are smart. Don't doubt yourself. So that was like my biggest one for me, because I was like, I don't think I'm able to retain any of this information. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. And the Father gave me these 4 things, and I have it. Y'all see my folder. I have it at the bottom. So when I open up my folders, I see them. Right. I'm so excited to go on this next phase of this journey that Yahweh is sending me on. But yeah, stay encouraged. Don't give up. That's also to you all as well. I don't know if you all noticed on my Instagram page, I did start I told you I was gonna do it. I started doing the bedazzle of the DIY. So I started doing my DIY crafts just to take time out. And this is the second one I did. I love it. I'm this type of I'm not gonna follow the thing to the T. But I like to create my own little flair to it. So each one of them has my own little flair to it. So I will be putting these in in frames, and I will be gifting them out to people because we're little lady, we're getting there. Like, this is not how the butterflies are first, come. They're caterpillars and they have to go into the cocoon. They don't automatically come out this beautiful, right? They have to go through some things, they have to endure some things, but they will come out beautiful. I actually ran across what was it? I ran across a Google News, right? And the Google News was based off. I had took a screenshot of it. I was like, oh man, I gotta do that. It's the women, and it's not women. It's called a lady butterfly, right? So this lady butterfly was migrating. It's like this is the most they've seen in a while. That was migrating to. I gotta find it. That was. Oh no, I emailed it to myself. I surely did. I emailed it to myself to not forget. These butterflies, they were migrating to another area, but this is the most they seen. And I was like, oh my God, like, look at these women. Like, these women are blossoming, they're going forward, they're moving. Like, when I see butterflies, it's always for me, like, it's a lady for me, because it's a step out, and we're, the butterflies, they're always, they're changing, they have to go through a certain process. So whenever I see a butterfly, I'm always thankful for it, because it just reminds me of how grateful Yahweh is, and it brings me joy, because I see a butterfly, and although I may not see a lot of the young ladies in general, it just reminds me that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, or they're going places. It may be a struggle right now, but you're gonna get there. So hold on, don't give up, right? One of the things so we're gonna get off to so back to the Step Outreach program, the Step Outreach, where we all can kind of get together. I definitely want y'all input on that, because when we start getting together, y'all, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire when we all get together. It's gonna be set on fire, and I do not want y'all to miss it. So please, please, please stay tuned, and please send me email. I'm gonna send out. I will upload the contact information again. I know I did one for the launch. I'll do another one just so that way I could be able to stay in contact with you all, and y'all have my contact information. And that way, if anything comes up, or if you want to just solicit your idea, send me your ideas on what you think that we should do next. I'm all for it. I'm open to it. Because that's what it is. We're all in this together. Whatever you think might help all of us come together and be together will be awesome. The topic that the ending of this topic is boundaries. So that's the topic that we were dealing with. Let me see if I can find. Let me see. I'm gonna have to pull it back up. Let me see. I gotta pull it back up. We were dealing with boundaries this month. So one of the things that I definitely wanted to get with you all on, right, is because this is something that the Holy Spirit had brought to my attention. I gotta close it out. Hold on. Give me one moment. Okay, there it is. Had brought to my attention was that a lot of times we don't realize like what the boundaries kind of look like, so to speak. When we were dealing with the circle, who's in our circles, and how do we know like if we're kind of like going out of that area of where our comfort levels are, right? When it comes to boundaries. So I found another example just to kind of like even more specify and help us to even more identify areas that where we're comfortable with people and where we're not. I have actually established where I have more people than I thought. I didn't really think when I did my circles, and I'm not sharing my circles because y'all be nosy. But I want y'all to do your own, right? And I'm gonna show you um, the one that I was referring to. So we dealt with this, the boundary range of who's in your circle, right? And how you have to trust yourself. You are right here. So who do you consider in your inner circle? Who do you consider in your middle circle? And who's in your outer circle? Now, this is some things that you can keep to yourself. Don't try to nobody. This is has to do with nobody else. This has only to do with you, right? And who you're allowed. Because a lot of times when we let people know, like, oh, you're not in my circle, and they try to still find a way to fit in when they really don't fit in to begin with. And we remember the disclaimer, do not be surprised if some people didn't make the inner circle. It's okay because it's not about them. It's about you. This is about where you feel comfortable. So I didn't realize that my circle of the people that I had in my inner circle, I didn't realize I had a lot more than I thought, right? Once I actually thought about it. And this is actually what I want y'all to start working on too. So you would do your circle of you in the middle, right? And then after you, then you have your inner circle. Who do you consider in your inner circle? Who are them people that pour into you, that that gives you balance in your life, that respects your boundaries, brings you peace, and who shows up for you? I cannot stress this enough because what do we say? Not that one, sorry. It starts with you, right? We have to understand boundaries starts with ourselves. If we don't establish some boundaries, we cannot expect anyone else to do those boundaries for us. You have to establish for yourself. The Holy Spirit was really, really, really driving this into me because he was like, we need to understand who are the people that's in our circles all the time. We have some conniving people that we think are in our circles and they don't belong there. We have people that are in our circles that we want to keep in there, but that don't mean that they bring you peace. They can be the ones that bring you the most unbalance. We put people in our circle because we think that they belong. Even family, like we consider family. Oh yeah, the family is always, that's how they're supposed to be in your inner circle. No, they're not. They're not. And I will be the first to say that family, it depends on everybody's family is different, but you may have certain family members that do not belong in your inner circle. They may belong in the outer circle, or maybe even outside the outer circle. They don't even belong in your range, right? And you have to understand that. I don't want you, because I did that. I was in a people pleasing state. And in that people pleasing state, I had everybody in my inner. I didn't even know what these circles like. Everybody was in my inner circle, right? I didn't have ranges for people. I just put everybody in my inner circle. Like, okay, everybody belongs. All family belongs. All my friends belong. All my church people belong. All these people belong. My coworkers belong. And I have to try to make it fit with them because they are. That was my people pleasing. And I was just like, I had to realize up until this year, when this was first brought to me, and it was first presented to me, I was like, wow. It took me 3 months to establish who was in like I can tell you who was in my circle, but I was struggling with this for a good while. I was struggling because it's like what I was told, what I was brought up with. These people have to be in my inner circle because they're family, because I've been friends with them for 25 years, because I've been friends, because I go to church with them, because I fellowship with them, because I work with them. They have to be in my circle. They do not. They do not. I learned that the absolute hard way. I am not putting people in any one of my circles unless you do one of those things. Unless you pour into me, you give me balance, you respect my boundaries, you bring me peace, and you show up for me just as well as I should. Because I always show up for people, but that doesn't mean they always show up for me. And you don't need that one-way street where you're always pouring into people and they're never pouring into you, right? So I had to establish it. Took, like I told you, it took me a good while. It took me 3 months. I struggled with this. This was a battle because I wanted the people that I knew needed to be, because that's what I was brought up with. They needed to be in my circle. I promise you, if I'm not showing anybody my boundary range, because it's for me. It's not about nobody else. It's not even for nobody else. It's for me to know who's really out there for me. When I establish that, it brings you so much more peace. I promise you, it brings you so much more peace. My inner circle, I probably have, at one point in time, if I'm being honest, and at one point in time, my inner circle, I was just like, I don't think I want this person in my inner circle. Like, but I was like, I think they should be. When you have to second guess yourself, second guess your thoughts, you are going against your boundaries. If you have to second guess and rethink about something, like if you want to tell somebody no, but then you be like, oh, well, how's it gonna make them feel? Oh, they really relying on me, or they really, really need me. You are canceling out your boundaries. And if you continue to allow them to make your boundaries dysfunctional, guess what? They're gonna continue to do it. And guess what? They're going to continue to run over you. You have to establish boundaries in your life. On your job, you have to establish boundaries. I told y'all, for my interviews, I'm like, okay, look, this is what's important. I don't do this on this days, but you have me, and I know my worth. I know my value. I know that I used to give jobs 200% of me, where I will go in on my days off, where I would be like, oh, well, this person didn't come. Oh yeah, I would show up, just because I wanted to be in the network. I wanted to be acceptable to them. I gave that up, because guess what? Jobs don't give a hill of beans, don't care. I'm sorry. Jobs don't care. Got a little excited. Jobs do not care, right? They may say that they care, but at the end of the day, they looking out for their own best interests. They want to make sure they have a great employee that's going to be there. They don't care that your family is displaced in a storm. You supposed to be here at 8:00 a.m. If that's your mentality towards your people that's supposed to be here to make you money, I got to cut you, because you're not giving me peace. You want me to still be stressed in the situation I'm already stressed in. Establish your boundaries. Even if it doesn't please other people, establish your boundaries. Put them in the works. Because if you don't set something, they say if you don't, I told you I forget my brain. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. What is it that you're going to stand for? What is it? And that's what comes to the next slide. So we'll go back between this slide and the next slide. And then definitely I want to talk about it with you all. So this one it shows you, for people that are a little color coordinated, right? It shows you the okay zone. So what's okay? The yellow can be people, okay, you know what? And this is just boundary set. So you know what you're okay with. You know what you're okay with. And I said that. You know what may put you on the borderline in the yellow, that's that second guess, right? That second guess that you really unsure, because you're so used to always being there for people, you're unsure if you in that yellow, exit altogether. If you have to think about it, no, it's crossing a boundary. You want to always remain in that red. If you get in, not red, you want to always remain in the green, right? You want to always be okay. In that green, you are at peace. In that green, you are pouring into yourself, and you're pouring into the people that deserves your pour, that deserves what you have to give. Don't ever put yourself in that yellow or that red. If when you have to think about it, or a second guess, or you have this feeling in your stomach that you know what, and something's not right, exit. You want to always remain in that green. You want to always be okay with your decisions. You want to always be okay. You know what? I'm cool with it. Okay, guess what? For instance, let's do a prime example. If my brother or my sister decide, hey, you know what? Let's go out to eat, or let's go do. It could be something that's simple. Let's go out to eat. Let's go hang out or something. And if I'm like, I really don't feel like it, like, if my husband be like, oh, let's do a date night, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. You have them immediate yes answers. You have them immediate questions. You be like, oh yeah, absolutely, I don't mind. But if you had them questions, you be like, I really don't feel like it. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go. If you try to push yourself to do something, you in that yellow. You in that yellow. The danger of the red is when you do it, when you already know that you had that caution of that yellow. The yellow, and we already know what green, yellow, red mean in society. Green mean it's a go, right? Yellow mean yield, be cautious. Red mean and stop. That's a no. Don't cross that, but don't do that. You're not, you're going too far. You overexerted into that lane. We want to stay in that green where you feel okay. If I don't have to, like, if my husband decides, oh, you know what, I want to go to, my husband's a big sports fanatic. He's an Eagles fan. Y'all can trash me if y'all want to. I trash him too because I'm not an Eagles fan either. I'm just establishing my team. And he like, hey, babe, you want to go to a game? And I know that I don't feel like it, because guess what? It's better for me to be honest with myself and stay that green than to end up in the red and I'm second guessing myself. To end up in that red and it's a place where I don't want to be, where I don't feel comfortable, where I feel like I have to subject who I am to be in a certain situation. I'm trying to think of a scenario because I've actually been in this type of situation where I was like, I was in the middle of the yellow and I had to backtrack and be like, okay, you know what? I wanted to tell you yes, but it's going to be a no. Like, I know that I said, and even I have this thing where I'm like, you know what? I'll think about it, or I'll let you know. That's that yellow. If I have to tell you, I'll let you know without giving you an immediate answer because I already know my schedule. I am a schedule fanatic, and I met a person, my other sister, who's even major schedule fanatic, and I love her because I be trying to get my schedule, my calendar all color coordinated and stuff like that. I just love colors and stuff. So, if you already know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Like, I know that for dinner I want nachos, right? That's what I want. Then my husband like, oh, you want a burger? And I'm like, no, you already know. You already have your mind made up on what you want. Do not backpedal. Do not backtrack on what you believe, on what you know. Do not let anyone make you feel less than because you make a decision. If you decide to say, no, I'm not going to Thanksgiving. No, I'm not going to the movies. No, I'm gonna do this. You do not have to justify your decision. Do not. That's one thing I'm really, really learning more so now. I found that a lot of times, and this is for my moms out there. I have, I got that many that I don't even remember how many children I have. I have 4 children, but I think after the second child, people started saying, dang, you pregnant again? Dang, you pregnant again? And I had to justify myself to other people like, oh, well, no, this one was a mistake, or this one was none of my children are accidents. And I repent and I return to Yahweh for that. None of my children are accidents. Yahweh gives me who I need to have. He gives me exactly who I need to have, and nobody can make me second guess that. If people have a problem with me and how many children I have, go in your own little corner. Because guess what? I'm in the green. I'm okay. I do not want anyone to ever make me feel like I'm less than, or make me feel that I don't deserve something, or because I'm just like, most times when it comes to the children, I get it from older people. Older, like, dang, you pregnant again? And I'm just like, back in the 70s and 60s, you had all the children you were going to have. I'm only 33 years old. I'll be 34 in December 20 to be exact. See, I remember that because I might plan something. I don't know. Maybe not. But I'm about to be 34. I'm still young. I just got married. I'm 34. Y'all help me. I'm 34. Me and my husband married for 6 years. 6 years. Only 6 years. And we're just establishing our family. We're still yet getting to know each other and, what we like, what we don't like. And people keep telling us, oh, have children, get them all out the way. But at the same time, society has a thing where they be like, oh, well, you can have, get all the children out the way, but there's a certain amount that you should have. Don't let nobody put no limitations on you. If let your yes be yes and your no be no. If you want to do something, do it because it's what you want to do. It's what you're okay with. If it's not okay with anybody else, if you're I'm sorry, let me rephrase because I don't know who all my audience is, right? if you're under 18 and you still live with your parents, please be respectful. Don't be yo yes be yes, yo no be no. You need to be, because the Bible does say honor thy father and thy mother, so that your days may be long. Because right now your sins and everything you do is upon them. Be respectful. But for the people that are 30 and up, I'm gonna say 30 and up. If you living on your own and you make your own decision, you pay your own bills, you do it. That's what you do. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Don't let people manipulate you into changing your mind or changing your decision. That is a method. That is a thing of control. Do not let people control you. The only person that has control over me is Yahweh himself, who can tell me, you don't need to do that, and I'm going to do the opposite or whatever. If it's not what Yahweh wants me to do, I'm going to do what he tells me to do. Nobody else has control over my life. Nobody else is puppeteering me. No. I'm not nobody's puppet. You can't make me do what you want me to do because it's what you want me to. No, that's that people pleasing. I used to dance when people told me to dance. I used to say go places because people wanted me to go places. And I was always in the red. For me, I would consider the red the burnout phase, right? Because in that red, you're just doing stuff because you're not okay with it, but you're just doing it because people want you to do it. People pleasing. Don't do that. Don't do that. I cannot stress enough. I do not know why the Holy Spirit was like, you need to enforce this a little bit more. But I'm saying it because I hear it and I see it and I have been through it. I'm still yet walking through it. That people do not understand why you may say no. People may not understand why you say, oh yeah, sure, that's fine. Like most times people, they don't ask me anymore because it's like they already know what my answer is going to be. And most time my answer is going to be what relates to my self-care, what relates to my boundaries. So if I feel like if it counteracts with what I'm trying to do, I'm sorry. And I'm not even apologetic. No, I can't do it. No, it's not possible. No, my children cannot come to your house. No, you cannot talk to my husband. No, I cannot do this for you. No, I'm not going there with you. No, 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 no. Being okay with saying no was a big, big thing for me. I would always say no, but then I would justify my no. Let's practice how to say no and let your no be no. That's just that. Oh, you want to go out to eat? No. Oh, we need to do this. No. Absolutely not. And you know what? I feel like since I made this transition, I'm more happy. I'm more peaceful. Even if it's me staying in my house, in my home, I love it. It's my own queendom. I go places because I want to go places. If I want to go shopping, it's because I want to go shopping. If I want to go out to eat, it's because I want to go out to eat. If I want to go on a trip, it's because I want to go on a trip. Everything is my decision. Just like when it came to taking my test, I was defeating myself. We wouldn't, and a lot of times you're like, oh yeah, I will wait. Yeah, And a lot of times it's that negative mindset when people say, it gets in our heads and it can mess up the flow of what we're actually supposed to be doing. And that's what I'm working to. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what I'm working to get out of, because I don't want to live in that. I don't. It's so much freedom. It's so much freedom when you're doing things according to your will, your way, and not because you have to. Now, don't get me wrong. As a youth, as a child, I did things because I was told. My mama said, go wash the dishes. I went and washed the dishes. My daddy told me to go cook a meal. I went and cooked the meal. I might say some stuff underneath my breath, but I did it. Honor thy father and mother. I did it. And guess what? I was just laughing about my sister the other day. I was like, hey, guess what? When I got older, when I got my own apartment, guess what? I didn't cook if I didn't want to cook. I didn't go clean up if I didn't want to clean up. I was okay with just sitting on the couch. Okay, yeah, it's a basket sitting there full of clothes. And I have my agenda now. What's important with all the things I need to do? What's important? What I can do now? What can be done for later? You have to prioritize and set boundaries, y'all. I cannot stress that enough. It's so many people that I talk to that come in contact with me just to express themselves, and it's always a lack of boundaries. I want you, you have to practice that. But how you can practice it is first establish your boundary range. First, establish who's in your boundaries, right? So the people that's within my inner circle, them are the things without a shadow of a doubt I will do things for. Hands down. They could call me tomorrow and I promise you I'll be there because I know that I'm not saying that if they call me, if it conflicts with my schedule, I'm like, oh no, that's not possible. I can't do that. But if they were to call me because I know that they show up for me, because I know they give me peace, that like my best friend, we don't talk every day. We don't talk every day. But when we get together, when we do chat, we go forever. It's a nonstop. My husband probably have to kick out the house, but it's a nonstop. We don't talk every day, but I guarantee you, we always show up for each other. When it's needed, when it's necessary, we go always show up for each other. I can literally count on her to always show up for me, and she can always count that I'm gonna show up for her, without a shadow of a doubt. When it comes to even in my family, in my DTC family, in my church home, I know for a fact that my pastors, I can count on them, and they know for a fact they can count on me. You need people in your circle that you can count on, and that you can count on them, that you can count on, and they can count on you. You need to make sure they also bring you peace. You don't need people bring you unhappy. You don't need people bring you unhappy. We get enough of that in the world. The world drives us all insane. I promise you, it was so much about just the election. I ain't even getting into that. But so much stress. I'm just like, it's so much other things that we're lacking as a nation. But we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to deal with that. We want to cover it up. These things need to be exposed. And the only way to be exposed, it has to start with you. It has to start with you. You have to draw the line. Where are you going to draw the line? Establish your needs first. What is it that you want? This is how you're going to be able to establish who's in your range. Establish your needs first. What is it that you want? What is that you want? If you want more peace, then they used to say, my mom used to say the people that you hang out with, you tend to be who they are. You tend to pick up on their habits and things like that. So I was raised with that, to be around people that I will, that they're kind of like those same lines, was a same alignment as me. So it's like we're not like fighting each other or going to says like we're in alignment. So establish what you want first. Draw that line. When you see yourself in that inner circle, that this is you about to start drawing your line. And if y'all have pen and paper out there watching, I want y'all to grab some pen and paper, because this is what I want y'all to work on. And we could definitely talk about it at the next event, or y'all can send me up like, hey, this is what I came up with. What you think about this? What you think about that? And it's not for me to give my opinion, but I'm going to ask you what you think about it. What is it when you see this list and the people, what do you think about it? What is it telling you? Like, because your mama is not in your inner circle that you thought that she should be. What does that tell you? Yeah, that's your mama. You're supposed to be respectful. But at the same time, it's just like, that's a line. That's a line that I'm not going to cross. Especially, that she's always conflicting, or whatever the case may be. Speak up for yourself. That's number 2. Speak up for yourself. Because everything, it starts with you. You have to draw that line. You have to establish what you want. You have to speak up. You can't be like, like me. I think I want to do this. I don't know. I feel like I should. I'll think about it. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to call you back in a minute and I'm going to let you know. You already know. Speak up and say what it is that you want to say. Safeguard your space. Draw the line. Where does that line at? Where's the line? How far are you willing to go to please somebody where it gets you in that red? That's where that line needs to be drawn. If that line supersedes, even start approaching that yellow, your line is too far out there. Draw the line and keep that line there. And it doesn't apply for one person. This is not, and this is what most people mistakenly when they think about the ranges, they specify for one person, because that was me. That's how it took me 3 months. Because I was like, well, this person, I really wanted to be in the inner circle, but I was literally nitpicking individual people and who I wanted to be within the circles. But it's not generalized. It's not that generalized. once you establish your boundaries in general, it applies to everybody, not just one person, not just two people, not specific. It applies to everybody, right? So that's why I said, speak up, draw the line. What is crossing the line for you? Because once you establish that line, won't nobody be able to cross it. Not the people that you was trying to single out, not the new people that's coming in, because you have to have it. I'm embarking on a whole new journey, right? A whole new chapter in my life about to be. And if I don't have that line established now as to what I don't want to be crossed and what I'm not going to do, it has nothing to do with the old people. You have new people, because what they say, wolves come in sheep clothing. It may not be that person that you was trying to single out at first. It could be somebody else that's trying to come in and attack your line to get you out of that place. Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep in the flow. Keep in the flow. Draw that line. Be assertive. Be kind, but be firm. Like, okay, you know what? I understand that you may think that this is the way, but no, that's not the way it's gonna go. Be firm. That means don't backpedal. Don't backpedal. Don't backpedal. Don't try to second guess yourself. Be assertive. I love that word. It's one thing my husband probably gets tired of me talking about. Be assertive. Be sure of yourself. Be sure that this is what you want, and focus, and take this time to focus on you. It is okay if everybody don't meet the inner circle point. It's not for them. It's okay if people don't meet the middle circle. It's not for them. It's okay if people don't even meet in the ranges at all. It's okay. It starts with you, but you have to establish it first. So that, I would make it your homework assignment, but this is just like a self-awareness, right? A mental check for yourself, just to see like where you see yourself when it comes to people that come in and out your life. Like, do you just let them run havoc and take your children whenever you don't want them to? Or they say, oh, you know, I want my grandchildren, and they go come, and you know, and they go come with me because I'm their grandmother. I'm sorry, excuse you? Who told you? First of all, and this is my main thing, and this is how I, this is how a prime example how I can be kind but be firm. So if I have somebody that, and I'm very, if nobody don't know, I'm very protective of my children. I love my babies. They get on my nerves sometimes. They talk a lot, but I love my babies. I will go to war for them. Them are my babies. And if somebody was to tell me, oh, I'm going to take your children and expect me to be, I'm like, oh, whoa. And I had this happen to me before. I was like, whoa, first, you can ask. You can ask me, is it okay if I take your children this place? Is it okay? And that's how you set that boundary. Let them know that they can't just jump in and be like, oh, I'm just going to do this. That's what people that don't have no boundaries. Oh, people with no boundaries always have a problem with people that have boundaries. Oh, you being mean. Oh, you doing this. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. Chalk it up. But I guarantee you, they're not taking my child nowhere. I guarantee it. Not without my permission, they're not. Because why? I used to tell my children, I'm mama. That's daddy first. Anybody else? That's how my mama taught me. She was like, I'm mama and I'm your mama. Whatever I say, it goes. So I kind of took up on that mentality of my mama. Don't listen to anybody else. They gonna get you in trouble. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm your mama. Whatever I say goes. If they have a problem with it, they can come deal with me. That's what mom used to be. I kind of picked up some of my mama stuff. But yeah, set boundaries. That you have to start somewhere. I will definitely be posting this on the page, on the Instagram page. I will create like a little group email, and I will send it just to make sure that, you know, everybody is setting these boundaries, because you do not want people. The last thing you want is to be like, oh, well, I feel like I have to. You don't have, what do you say? I don't have to do nothing but be black and die. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. You have a choice. We have choices in life, just like we have pro-choice and other stuff. We have choice if we want to go to work. We have choice if we want to get married. We have choices if we want to have children. We have children if we don't have children. We have choices all around us, and it's up to you to decide if you want to take that leap or not. But don't be disappointed. Don't be mad if you still getting ticked off because these people still yet walking over you, and you still yet people pleasing them because you did not set your boundaries. You did not set your boundaries. You have to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. I encourage you all, please, please, please work on your boundary ranges. Work on your boundaries ranges and find out what you are okay with and what you're not okay with. What is crossing that line between green and yellow? What is crossing the line from yellow to red? I don't know why I want to say blue. From yellow to red. Find out your boundaries. What is okay with you? What, like for me, I'm okay with people asking me if they could take my children can go somewhere. It depends on the situation. Like, okay, no, maybe not. It always depends. I'm okay with people asking me. Like if people just telling me, that's my red. That's not okay with me. Don't tell me what I'm gonna do. That's a red flag for me. So if you come to me and tell me I'm gonna do this, red flag, not okay. Immediately I shut down. You ain't gonna get no response out of me because you're trying to tell me what I'm gonna do. I'm a grown woman. I know what my boundaries are. I know what's okay and what's not okay. And the way you're approaching me and the way you're talking to me, it's not okay. It's not gonna fly. Not okay. You're not gonna get a great reset. It's not okay. Know what's okay and what's not okay. And still yet, as we come to a close, we still yet want to understand what healthy boundaries are. Time for yourself. Healthy boundaries is going to make you feel uncomfortable at first, but once you get it together, I promise you're going to be flowing. Once you get it together, that uncomfortableness going to go away. Like for me, I used to be uncomfortable, but now I'm just like, I'm good. I'm good. I could be like, no, keep it moving. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Keep it moving. Like I'm not uncomfortable anymore. I just go on the flow. Healthy boundaries acknowledges your personal space. You determine how much your personal life is available to people. So you don't have to, just because everybody's sitting at the table talking, don't mean you have to share all your business, especially around this holiday season, right? People want to talk people business. You ain't got to be there. I ain't got to be here. Bye. Deuces. Make sure that your healthy boundaries are clear and firm. Make sure that it builds up your confidence, and it will. Like I have so much confidence. I love it. And make sure your healthy boundaries establishes understand what you need. Boundary breach, you have difficulty. Like I said, when you start getting into that yellow and that red, is when you have difficulty saying no to other people's requests. You become dependent on the opinion of others. That's that breach. That's that yellow and that red that we seen. When you're in the yellow and the red, that's what we are with the breach. That's a breach in your boundaries. When you fear the rejection if you don't comply, that's in the yellow and the red. You're not in the green, so you need to X that out altogether. If you overshare personal info just to feel included, I used to do that too. Y'all not by yourself. I used to do that. That's the yellow and red because you don't want to talk about it. Even if it's like, if you do want to talk about it, that's different. But if you feel like you just have to do it just to feel included, yellow, red, exit out. Nope. It's okay to just sit there and just observe. It's okay. Manipulating someone to do things they wouldn't normally do, yellow, red. These are the things that are taking that yellow, but only you will know when it makes you in that big, bold red. Only you know when it's a caution, like it's a fine line, and you know when you're in that red, Quote, if you allow people to disrespect you and breach your boundaries, they are not the problem. You are. That's why I say it starts with you first. You have to do it first. It has to come from you. And of course, we know the benefits of setting boundaries: less stress. It improves your mental health. It improves your self-esteem. It protects your peace and it prevents burnout. You do not want to be burnt out, y'all. Keep it going. Work on it. Set your boundaries. Be firm, but keep it going. I'm still reading my books, y'all, on setting boundaries. These are some great books to read. Go on Audible, or you can order it on Amazon, or I think I ordered Set Boundaries, Find Peace on Amazon. And I just found that one, the Boundaries one, on Audible for like $9. Check it out. Go read. It'll help you build a little bit of self-confidence. Even if you're doubting yourself now, it will help you bring that self-confidence. Lastly, if all else fails, don't be afraid to ask for help. And I think the next time that we do approach, I will have some references for you all of some mental health counselors that are able and ready to, y'all can talk to them, whatever, y'all have to figure all that stuff out. But they are ready, they're here to help. Just like why I'm going to the field, I want to be able to help. And you cannot help if you have to know these things. Don't be afraid to seek help. It's okay. It's okay. I wasn't brought up on therapy. But I enjoy it. I love it, that the fact that when I'm feeling like I can't, therapy is there. Do not be shy to therapy. It definitely works. Mental health matters. And lastly, mental health matters all day, every day. So I hope y'all enjoyed this last little ending for boundaries. I hope that you continue to set boundaries, not only for today, be firm, set it out right, and keep it going. It starts off small. Don't be struggling to like, oh, I don't have it. We go figure it out. We can even do a whole little DIY class on like just putting it together. Okay, what is this a healthy boundary? Making a list. Is this healthy? Is this not healthy? What's the red? What's the yellow? What's the red? What's the yellow? What's the green? What's okay? What's not okay? Do not feel pressure. It's going to be okay. I promise you, we will all get through this together. But you have to, it starts with you first. It all starts with you. I can't go further without it starts with you first. So I pray that you all were encouraged. I hope something was said to uplift you. Definitely go back and watch the beginning part. I'm really perfecting this thing to actually get y'all like a good schedule going, so that we can kind of like be in a flow of things. But yeah, I'm excited about the future that we have with all you lady butterflies. I cannot wait to meet y'all at our first. Hopefully, we can all get together at our first outreach thing going on. But I love you all, and I hope and pray that y'all have a blessed week. Have a great holidays. Enjoy your families, enjoy this time. But do not forget to set your boundaries. If you don't want to go, don't go. Don't go. I will tell you that in a heartbeat. Do not subject yourself because you want to please other people. Don't do it. I love you all. Have a great night. I ask that the Father continue to show favor on you. He continue to help you to establish boundaries, to set boundaries for your life, that you be able to set boundaries not within yourself, but within your home, within your nations, on your jobs, wherever it may be, in your businesses, that you'll be able to set boundaries and that you'll be able to go by leaps and bounds. I pray that the Father continue to give you a gracious week, that you'll be safe from harm across the highways and the byways, traveling and visiting family, or even if you're staying at home. I pray that the Father continues to give you covering and protection, continue to show favor and blessings upon you. In Yeshua's mighty name, amen. Y'all have a great holiday, and I will see y'all in 2 weeks. Bye.